Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I have two Canadian, two 40% alcohol Canadian blended whiskeys. This is Tennessee Crown Club Grand Reserve Small Batch. Introduced in 2013, it's 85% corn, it's 15% rye, has a wooden cap. It's aged 7 years in ex-bourbon barrels. It's finished in ex-cognac barrels. And I found this in New Orleans, Louisiana, on the west bank of the Mississippi River. I never expected to see it because I never heard of it before. I heard of Select Club products for years. I've seen the whiskeys for years, but I didn't realize they had Tennessee Crown Club. I've seen Texas Crown Club, but that's I think different. Well, that's all I got left. Enough for a taste challenge. Joe Cobb, morning, Ron. Good morning to you, Joe, in Canada. This is Crown Royal Bourbon Mash, previously known as Bourbon Mash. Well, the one I have is called the Bourbon Mash. I have an older bottle. Introduced in 2018, they were trying to create a bourbon-style Canadian whiskey, but then the bourbon makers got in an uproar over it, claiming that they were trying to sell it as bourbon, which they weren't. They were selling it as Bourbon Mash Bill, but they had to change the name to Blender's Mash, so that didn't help its popularity. And then it faded away and was discontinued last year. So it's basically, they made a bourbon in Canada, but they can't call it bourbon, so they call it Bourbon Mash. And then they kind of got discouraged with it and got rid of it. Okay, but here's the website. Nice looking bottle, warm vanilla, subtle oaky notes, and so forth. All right, so there's tasting notes. And I like what Crown Royal does. Diageo shows their retired whiskeys. They don't just forget about them. Now the Bourbon Mash is darker. It's copper as opposed to amber gold. This runs about $25. The Bourbon Mash ran about $28. So $3 difference, not a big deal. They had that one right there at Mathern's in my town, and they still had the old bottles saying Bourbon Mash. But I don't know anybody that has any left. It's all, it's all gone now. That smells like the Bourbon Mash. That smells like the Tennessee Crown Club. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. I can taste that little sherry finish. And I got it confused with the Crown Royal XO, which was cognac finish. Sherry's made from grapes. Cognac's made from grapes. So it kind of, there's a lot of crossover there. Got me. And they both had the same light body, dry finish. That really got me mixed up. Let's go with this one. You can taste that charred oak. Obviously, that's the Bourbon Mash. I don't have to hide it anymore. Okay, got the corn, heavy corn, got some rye, probably malted barley whiskey, heavier body, but still medium body, and a dry finish. So is it worth the $3 extra? Theoretically, yes. I say theoretically because it's no longer produced. You might find a bottle lingering around, though, and I would recommend getting it. If it says Bourbon Mash, it's an older 2018, 2019 bottle. If it says Blender's Mash, then it would be from 2019 to 2024, yes. Does it taste like bourbon? It does. And that's why the controversy ensued, because they were using the name bourbon in the title, and it tastes like bourbon. And so the U.S. government put big pressure on it and kind of forced it off the market, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, if you ever see a bottle, check it out. Tennessee Crown Club, yeah, I would recommend it for $25. I wouldn't go higher than that to my US dollars. Wouldn't go higher than 25. So that's it for Tennessee Crown Club. couldn't even make it through all my Canadian whiskeys because there's so many. It dissipated the whole 750 milliliters. All right, well, y'all take care. And starting tomorrow, God willing, we'll be on Irish whiskey. I got an Irish whiskey tournament. And I should have enough to go through the whole lineup. Okay. Well, y'all take care now. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy Sunday.